Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. I had hardware muted my mic. Whoops. How is everyone doing today? I had it's not rough, but it wasn't the best of days. And I will tell that story once Nick and Krabby once I'm in the call with Nick and Krabby. But it was interesting. It was interesting. So it's going to be a fun story. Hi, Aurora. Welcome in. Congratulations on getting first tonight. That is awesome. How are you doing? Well, since I don't want to talk about much before I get in the call, I'm going to go ahead and hop in the call with the guys. Howdy, folks.
Is that Nav?
How are you doing?
Oh, pretty well.
I forgot that I added an intro sound.
So I scanned for lint. It looks like most of it is under the shed.
Mm-hmm.
Almost exclusively.
There is a lot of lint under that shed.
I knew there were some on the glove in that sort of termite area, but I thought there'd be more.
There is a lot on the doormat. I've just hoovered it up before you scanned. What's life with you, Mr. Nav?
Today was interesting. Victoria got kicked out of daycare for the day.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently she threw a chair at another kid during nap time.
That would do it.
Yeah.
Nap time of all times.
Well, she transitioned to a new classroom a couple weeks ago, and it's been a little rough for her, but I mean, where was I going? She hasn't been taking a nap at nap time this whole time in the new classroom. A lot of times she'd be yelling and distracting the other kids, et cetera, et cetera. And today, I guess she was mad enough she threw a chair at someone. So anyway, we're finally going to try some behavioral therapy with her. Because it's obviously throwing a chair, it's getting bad.
Not that it's right, but I understand not wanting to take a nap. I hated nap time.
I like that Wendell is just floating around in the house, not knowing what to do with himself. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this kid. So we're going to the professionals. What are y'all up to? Just gathering lint?
Getting some lint, some dust mite fuzz, but I've licked those off the doormat.
I'm technically just following Nick around right now.
I found a couple of pine cones in the northeast and made that fridge.
Right, the fridge. I do see it. It's full of food. Now does
soon, Nick.
Thank you. I jumped off the damn rope and killed myself.
Does
it left shift to fly? Should have asked that before I jumped.
Does food not expire in the fridge, or does it just take longer to expire?
It doesn't seem to be expiring at all. Those raw pieces have been in there for a while now.
Okay. Yeah, and they're all full.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty incredible. It also doesn't look like we have to feed it more mint.
Nope.
Man, who knew mint had that sort of power of preservation?
Yeah, I'm surprised it doesn't need some input.
Mm-hmm. The only real downside is that its storage is kind of small.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's an infected wolf spider right there. Okay, that's not great.
That's not what you want to see.
I don't think it saw me. The larva did, but I don't think the wolf spider did.
I guess the big question is what are we focusing on tonight? And I'm sorry I've been away for 2 weeks.
No, you're good. I'm sure you're a good reason.
Last week it was definitely because of a schedule conflict that I didn't realize. I
Yeah,
honestly
last week I wouldn't have been able to make it anyways. You just took the blame, so it worked out.
was it the week before? I don't remember. Something had come up. And just like that, it's been half a month since I've played.
I'm heading back home ways, by the way, Krabby. Since I'm so previously injured.
I had healing stuff if you wanted something.
Oh, that's alright. I'm gonna drop all these mats off too.
Injured? How does Nick get injured? I thought your weapon basically healed you faster than anything could kill you.
Well, gravity is a harsh mistress.
Hi Ella, welcome into stream. I will do that hydrate for you.
Do we want to finish off the termite stuff since we've got that halfway done?
Yeah, sure.
Probably.
That was under the... Is that under the shed? Where is that?
Left
That's
the
the
shed.
wood pile.
Oh. Yeah, we've done quite a bit in there, haven't we? Ow. I'm being bullied. Blue masher.
I have a question for you too while I'm thinking about it.
Mhm.
So, for a while as a password manager, I used LastPass. But obviously that's not supposed to be good anymore. So I haven't been using that for a while. But I missed my password manager. Is there a good suggestion for an alternate one? I've been looking mainly at 1Password. I'm not sure if that's the one.
To be frank, I swear by 1Password. I don't know what Nick uses, though. What do you use, Nick?
Bitwarden is pretty good.
Okay. You probably have, like... Do you sync it between devices? Do you have, like, a server set up, too, or...
No, I don't get that crazy. It's just on my... Just log into the web interface.
Is there anything that 1Password isn't good with?
Thank you for the ear scritches, Ella. If something that's not... I mean, every password manager has its problems, right? There's some websites that just won't fill in properly, like Marco's Pizza. I can never seem to get to work properly. Do you have an Android or an iPhone?
Android.
Okay, so for Android, I have issues routinely with it popping up to autofill in login password fields and stuff, where Google will often recognize that, you know, you could put in a password here, here's the password manager. It doesn't seem to trigger 1Password as a prompt to put in stuff there. Sometimes I can get around that by long pressing on a field and clicking autofill, but more than I want to, which is never, but I guess not super commonly, I have to open the app and copy the password, which they've made really easy. You just tap on it and it's copied to clipboard and then deleted from clipboard later. but it's slightly less than ideal, you know?
That seems like the one I'm going with. I just want to be sure before I purchase anything.
Yeah, absolutely. What I really like, what I really like about 1Password is I have a family plan set up with it, and through a whole lot of work, I've gotten Kay. Sorry, she goes by a stream name now. I've gotten Kay to use 1Password as well, and so we have like a vault of family passwords for logins to stuff like Netflix and Disney Plus, etc. And even
Right, my plan is to test it on my own for a little bit, make sure I like it, and then introduce it to the family.
But that ability to easily share like randomly generated passwords is killer for us, especially with children and a bunch of logins to a bunch of things.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It would be
Not that I want to take up the whole night talking about password managers.
Congratulations, you have suddenly hit upon a special interest.
Yeah, I knew where to come.
But yeah, it's I think it's well worth the money. I don't currently pay for it. But I did previously pay for it for a bit.
Don't you have to for the family plan?
So no, well, yes and no. My company also uses 1Password. And those 1Password Teams accounts give you a license for a free family personal 1Password account.
Well, that's pretty neat then.
It is. It's a really nice thing that they do.
Nick, do you have any thoughts? I'm interested in hearing from someone who doesn't get it for free.
No, I mean, I haven't delved into really any of the exciting features or anything. I just use it to store passwords.
And you're talking about Bitwarden. Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. Oh god.
For some reason, I unequipped my spear twice.
Okay, and then you guys' little avatars are like, oh no, that's not the avatars. There we go.
Word to the wise, the wolf spiders are not glitched.
Oh no?
3 of us can take one.
Yep.
We can walk around it though, right?
Come here, bud.
Nick's
Unless you
like,
want to.
doesn't matter.
Good chance to try the crossbow.
Yeah, it's not bad. It is
Even
slow.
easy.
Poison! I need an antidote!
Okay, maybe crossbows aren't so bad.
We need to see if there's a tier 3 bow. 'Cause I'm curious myself.
I think it's wasp based.
Then that's probably better than a Black Ox one. But we can afford it, so you can do both too.
I mean, the thing about the bows is that they always do less damage than crossbows. It's all about DPS. So I don't know. It gets tough.
Yeah, I don't know if one uses more stamina though. One might. I don't know.
What's the mutation hotkey again?
Well, that's a good point. I should put on my combat mutation, huh?
Yep, I think they respawned.
Where did Nick go?
He's alive wherever.
Oh, do you guys need assistance or anything?
No, we're good.
Holding raw science in my hands. Hungry termite looking for a wood burger.
Is that even me and Pete? Oh shit, what the fuck is... Okay.
Termite King. Nick, if your health gets low, let me know.
The termite parts.
Mm-hmm.
Bumpers. 23.
That's a good bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna harvest some of these splinters while we're here because they make pretty good arrows.
Mhm. And we've gone through the rest of the termite mound, right?
Yeah, it was just that one area that was locked off to us.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head back home ways.
And we gotta start thinking what we want to do next. I don't know if there's another mixer that we have on top of our minds and where it is.
Well, I presume we want to do all the mixers.
Yeah, but we started with the ant one. I don't know if there's a next tier.
Try the hedge one again now that we have better equipment.
Yeah, we just have to build defenses, whatever we need for that.
Got so many mushroom bricks.
Yeah, they didn't even break through our wall last time, so I'm not too worried. I don't know if it makes sense to do a turret.
Do we even buy the recipes for the turrets?
We did.
Oh. Well, I missed the deck, so... Oh. I feel like I don't remember this lab, but it look... Oh, this is probably the... beneath the deck lab. Just the exit to it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It's still got this spooky music, despite presumably being completely empty now. Oh, have we ever killed a scarab yet?
Nope.
I did once in single player, purely because it got glitched.
Oh. Well, I mean, that'll work.
If all three of us are ever across one, we'll have to try to get it down, but with these zip lines, we don't do too much exploring anymore.
That's true.
According to the subreddit, there's a place in the Underdark where you can farm them.
Okay, where the hell are the zip lines? God. It jumps. Oh god, it jumps. Why do you jump? Oh, you're fine. You didn't hurt me like fucking at all.
What didn't hurt you?
Or Weaver.
Yeah, those things aren't bad at all. The biggest problem is their webs.
Yeah, and I dodged all those.
We've come a long way.
Yeah, it's still just kind of scary. God.
You can make them blobs. I don't know how that looks like in
No,
motion.
well, they're not scary because they're spiders. They're scary because they're powerful and will eat your face.
The orb weavers aren't powerful.
Well, they used to be. It's an adjustment. Do we still have a zip line on the rocks, or is that zip line gone?
No, it's still there.
Okay, I'm just trying to find it.
If you peep the base, you might be able to see a line.
Let's see what we can find.
What is our base? So there it is. There's the line that goes up above. Oh, yeah, it's way far that way.
You'll want to go towards the grill.
Yeah, that's where I'm
Down a
heading now.
level.
Down a level.
Yeah, you'll be towards the lid of the grill.
Ow. Holy crap, that ladybird's fast. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it now.
Imagine if they made the ladybugs on ladybirds fly.
God have mercy on our souls.
I'm surprised they don't.
Oh my god!
Okay, so I like pinned the GPU stuff now that things seem to be working. And now it's only at 80% clocked. So, you know, it's an improvement.
Progress.
Let me pop open stream avatars and see if we can get those rookie numbers up. Thank you, Krabby. I will do that.
Yes, you will.
Gonna make me choke on it, damn. Wait, no, that came out bad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna let that one hang.
Our words are not getting any better tonight.
Do we have a zip line to the picnic table?
That's not so bad.
Zipline to the sandbox has a relay up to
That'll
the
work.
picnic table.
I have to kill some bees.
Sounds like fun. Just don't start going the opposite direction, or it'll be a problem.
Do it, B. Don't do it. Okay.
Oh god, he did it. Oh god, no!
Yep.
Oh, I tried to be close. I'm sorry.
Is Nick the only one who didn't fall?
No, I fell.
Rabby's the only one who didn't fall?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not sure how that works, but
It is ironic the one person who should have fell.
Ow. I do not have my little fleur.
Were you guys coming to kill bees? Because I can grab more for you.
I was just coming to assist in the bee murder.
take the long way up the picnic table, I guess.
Oh god, what the fuck was that?
Well, I was mainly killing bees to kill time, so we're ready to do the next thing.
I thought you needed pieces parts.
Just for an armor I was going to try. I'm not too worried about it. I'm pretty happy with the bee stuff.
Why did this bee have an arrow in it?
Because I shot it twice.
Oh. Well, I'll do it. Didn't realize you were that close behind me.
Oh, I don't want to do that. I will not survive. That is a jump. I accidentally stunned it. Wow! No!
Amazing.
Okay. I'm alive somehow.
So are we going to be doing the hedge mixer next?
I think
Yeah, let's
that's a
do it.
good plan. I
Alright,
would
I'll
like to
knock
go
a few more
home.
bees out.
Okay, I gotta figure out how to get back up on the table or get home and not die in the unknown by myself. Oh, okay. Don't take fall damage. Okay, we did it. So dark.
Did anyone shoot a bee that was on the picnic table?
On the picnic table? I don't think so.
Yeah. Because I got really close to one-shotting one.
You're scary shit. Okay, shovel. Nope, motherfucker. Okay.
Underneath?
Oh, I just fell, so I'll be able to tell you. I know her.
Hi, look at all these CPBs.
Pretty goofy.
They have all woken up and are very mad at Krabbby. Now they're mad at me too.
Yeah.
Oh god, they knocked me off the table.
I need some assistance.
I'm
There
probably...
definitely some hard feelings here.
I doubt anyone can come rescue me, right?
I'm gonna try.
I got 20 seconds.
Oh, all right by some infected ladybugs. That's cool.
Oh, I didn't see those yet. Yeah, just don't come down here.
Much better.
You came down here anyway.
Come on, Willow. I need you.
5.
Come on, Willow. I need you. Well, that was
You're my savior. Let's get the hell out of here.
We're evened out for me knocking you off the thing. I still owe Nick one.
Well, I think for Nick and I, it's a lesson not to tell you not to do things.
You'd think we'd learn by now.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Have we ever made that mistake before?
I feel like yes.
It is more likely than not, but I don't recall having done that.
It's pretty good.
Shit. Where did you go?
Me?
Yeah, I was following you and then you were gone.
Yeah, I jumped up on a rock somewhere, and now I'm on this side.
Hello, powerless ant. Ladybug lumbering down the lane.
You also have to remember to turn that one chip into Burgle, too. We can do that after the mixer, however it works out.
All right. Oh, we still need to give the chip to... You just said that, didn't you? That we need to give the chip to Burgle.
It's a good idea.
You said that, though, didn't you?
I did, but it's still a good idea.
I was about to pull a Timon. Like, I was focusing on the ASL when you were saying that, and then, like, right after I had the thought, because you had just said it. Okay.
I don't know if I like the antlion's buffs and stuff, but I definitely love its look the best.
It's a pretty snazzy outfit.
Cowboy hat, the poncho, and spurs. Not that we can ride any of these bugs, but I'll be the first one.
There's no way to name our loadouts, is there? I just have to memorize what they all are.
How many do you have?
I've set stuff in all 4.
Hmm.
You know, I have a shooty one, I have a stabby one, I have a swimmy one, and I have a runny one. Not runny, but like carry.
Yeah, I have one for normal, one for swimming, one for building, so the hauling and everything.
Don't look down.
Yeah.
So I just sort of have it memorized, but a 4th would probably throw me, yeah.
I guess I just have to remember shoot, stab, swim, and haul in that order.
What even if you leave C blank and sort of split them into 2? Put your 2 most common ones in A and B.
I feel like that's what I've tried to do. You know, shoot and stab. The 2 important ones.
Are the shoot and stab ones significantly different?
I don't know about significant, but they are different. I'm on a line, so I don't think I can tell you. Oh, maybe I could have. Let's see, what button was that again? Holy shit, you can go into third-person mode?
Mm-hmm.
T. Okay, so let me look at my loadouts. So, for shooty, we have sharpshooter, meat shield, hauling hero? That doesn't seem right.
Probably unnecessary.
Yeah, I need to work on those.
Because you might be able to combine your fighting ones into one, like I did. I don't know how many you have.
It's something I gotta check on.
Things like meat shield, that'll work for both.
I think there was stuff like, oh god, don't fall, I fell. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Except I'm having trouble jumping up onto the battlements. Alright. Should I push the button?
Do it.
Wait. Never mind.
There's a fight starting here.
What? No. Oh, you know what might have been a good idea?
The spiders. Oh, larva.
A good idea may have perhaps been waiting for day or putting up some lights around the area.
That was what I was gonna say, but we'll do it.
I gotta adjust my computer brightness because I literally didn't see any of the bugs.
That tastes really good.
I remember spiders and shit last time. Where's everything?
That first round was larva, but I think the spiders are coming now.
Or weavers. Oh, I pissed that one off.
Walked into a spider
I can
web.
kill one in 5 shots with the bow. Yeah, they're definitely not a problem.
What do we have lurking around?
Killed an aphid. He was wandering about, looking suspicious. Ooh, Blade Master mutation. Oh, that's
Sounds good.
some larva.
More spiders. These ones spawn close.
Well, it's almost done.
Nice.
Hey! I don't think we're significantly worse for wear, are we? Could totally do another mixer.
We got a good burgle because we can buy anything at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I spy. PD senses tingling.
Oh, we're all the way down here. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna check for crow feathers before we went back. Orc Weaver Jr.
I'm flying! I don't have a death wish!
Oh, Luix, I think you can hear me now. How you doing, Luix? My mic software had crashed. Krabbby, Nick, are you there?
I wonder why you're so quiet.
Did you not see the text in game?
Can't say that I did.
Oh, well. Yeah. Yep, my mic software crashed, and so that wasn't working at all. I don't know for how long. When was the last time you remember hearing me talk?
It's been a while.
I mean, I think shortly after the mixer finished, right?
So it was working during the mixer?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's really curious. It's really, really curious. Because I had no idea that the software had crashed, you know? I'm gonna change the noise cancellation that I'm running on it, because it was using GPU and I had meant to turn it to CPU only. At least for this game.
I could devour a Billy Hawk
Put my
right
poor
about
GPU
now.
through all of its paces.
Oh man. If we weren't playing this game, I would be running 2 streams. Which is what I've been doing on all the other days. Plus recording. I stopped recording the VOD because OBS crashed like 5 times, so. Looks, you're good. You have a cuddly bear of a wife land on your chest. That's always nice. Let's see.
Well, we'll have to remember our next game can't be more resource intensive than this one.
Is it the game causing the crashes? Luix, I wouldn't necessarily blame the game, but the game uses GPU like it's free money. And I'm also using the GPU for a lot of other things.
What are your graphics settings?
Well, so now, because I figured out that it was in like 3840 by 1600, despite being windowed to 1920 by 1080, it is back to 1080p, windowed, low quality, 60 frame rate limit, low depth of field blur, FSR is off. I don't have AMD anyway. VSync is on. Maybe I should turn that off, but I don't know.
Would that be doing anything?
I don't know. Chromatic aberration is off. Render scale is at 90. GPU.
I'm not gonna say this is an incredibly beautiful game, but you're kind of missing a little bit if you're low.
I know. I've played it in higher. Only a little. I've played it in higher qualities. But GPU is currently running about 80% near the house, so let me try popping render scale back up for a second, because that's one of the bigger quality indicators. That bumps the GPU up to 85, 90 in the house. Maybe I can set the quality back to medium, because I think that resolution was the big one, because I didn't realize that it had been set like that. So I can pop. I think I can open the quality. I'm really confused about the mic crash, but maybe it's unrelated. FSR's for NVIDIA too, isn't it? Well, in here it says specifically AMD FSR. But I also don't need like a super resolution upscaling because I'm running at 1080. Okay, are we gonna go to the oak tree and give Burgle the chip?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that everything seems to be working again. What I would give not to have computer problems. Oh, are you guys already over there?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
We're not having computer issues, so everything's a little faster for us.
Luix, the card I'm using is an RTX 3070 Ti. Nope, that's a bunch of spiders. Holy shit. One of them's an infected wolf spider. That is not the way to go.
You always go for inside the tree.
You know, it just seems like a cozy, fun time, but it is not.
Nick, if we got a buoyant foundation, would you have fun building on the water?
I've been curious about that. I'm terrified of, the fish demolishing it all in a bit of spite, but could be amusing.
Do you think the fish could damage structures?
I don't know.
Because it's similar to the crow, and I couldn't see the crow doing anything.
Mm.
I'm just trying to think what to buy, because I don't know what this will unlock. We have a ton of raw science.
Mm-hmm.
That's inside the tree again. There we go. There's the building.
The waft emitter is kind of interesting. I'm curious how it would work.
Be nice not to have all the raids hit the base. I don't know if you
Well, it
noticed.
sounds like
part
it
of your...
brings swarms.
Right, but it cools them down too, so you can effectively cause the raid to happen elsewhere.
Oh, and if you do that, it doesn't set off one at your base. That's selling it pretty well for me then. Well, we'll see what we unlock.
Alright, let's give Burgle a chip.
More chips. Thank you. Hand it over and let us see what I can remember. Much better. Check the ASL Terminals Science Shop for the new How can I be of assistance? How can I help you today? Fare thee well.
Okay, they're in the shop.
What would Dr. Titali do?
Wizard hat, handy staves. We just unlocked magic.
Magic? This game has magic?
I could really use some good.
Wizard's Defense. I'm trying to find candy staves, but I'm having trouble.
Here, let us dry.
Is that a weapon?
They're under ranged. Yeah.
I still can't find them.
Between splinter arrows and super venom arrow.
Between Splinter and Super Mints. Oh, staffs, not staves? Oh, okay. I thought it had said stave, which is what I was looking for. I also saw it said candy stave, didn't it?
That was the
Oh, what you purchased, but not what the
Burgle thing
idea
I
was.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're not cheap to make.
Really, the only terrible thing is the pine cone and the globs. I guess are
Tough-
gonna take a bit to.
Tough gunk, what gives that?
that was roly-polies, so we've got a shit ton of it.
Mhm.
My GPU's at like 100%, and I've just turned everything back down to low. At least nothing is currently crashing, right?
As far as you know, yeah.
As far as I know. Okay, it's suddenly dropped dramatically to 70.
So the wizard hat needs 4 termite king carapaces.
Oh,
And
we had 4. I just used them to make decoration pieces. We can take them back apart.
I don't understand what it does, because it says wizard's defense, and I don't know what that is. What is that?
Question.
Well, if I had to guess, it would be some resistance against effects. So poison, fire, everything, but I don't know. You'd have to make it to see.
Yeah, looks it does seem stable, and I'm glad it didn't crash when it was hitting 100. But I think I'm gonna leave everything on low for now, because I mean it's still pretty in low. Maybe I'm missing out on how truly beautiful the game is, but it's still pretty.
Don't look down! Don't look down!
Motherfucker mining Bitcoin in game. I wish I weren't.
So what's gonna be our next goal?
Completing the mixers?
I don't know where the next one would be.
That was a weird glitch. Aren't they on our map?
Oh yeah, they are. I know there's one by the grill. I don't know which that one's for.
There's one in the haze. There's one in the sandbox. And one by the grill. Yeah.
I could devour a billy hog right about
Yeah,
now.
it's either, I guess at this point, it's either mixers or upper yard.
Oh yeah, because that's completely unexplored, isn't it?
Mm. Well, Nick got pine cones. I don't know how deep in he went.
Oh.
Just a little bit.
Can we do the haze mixer next?
Sure.
Okay, what do we need? I need to fix my weapon is what I need. And that's done on this table somehow.
Nope.
No?
It's just in your inventory. Right click on it.
Oh. In my inventory.
Gotta unequip it though.
You don't actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just have to click it in on the right side where it shows it as being equipped.
Mm.
Okay. I guess I'm good to go.
Into the former haze.
There. The once was haze.
Feeling refreshed.
Which one of these is that? This one? This one.
Nick, have you been using a lot of burrs to build?
None at all so far.
Alright.
Eventually. It's just that the lint rope is useful for a lot of other things. And everything that uses burrs to build uses lint rope as well.
Yeah, I was just curious how deeply we should be focused on getting more.
Oh, is the mixer this way?
Right here.
Ow. And then I know there's the super mixers too. Do you think things will come from under the porch? Ah, but they could wander around the mixer.
In that last round, those spawned pretty close, so it's worth considering.
Right.
Push the button.
The enemy's attacking! Taking a look.
This is much nicer during the day when we can see things. Oh. The little weevils.
They're doing
Mites.
their best.
They are doing their best. See more mites around. Oh, larva. Damn, that weapon's strong, Nick. And or you.
Especially so against the fungal folks. They don't like fresh.
Is
Ah.
that the mint mace?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, Ella, I will hydrate. And stretch. Oh. Where was that guy?
Well, he ran up next to you and then exploded.
I didn't realize this game had suicide bombers.
It's pretty much what the haze is.
Well, thank you for the ear scritches, Luix. All right. Another infected ladybug coming in. Another hydrate and stretch.
We're keeping him alive.
You have to increase the timer on that. Okay, so something real big and scary should show up about now, right?
Mm-hmm. Infected wolf spider.
Don't joke around like that.
Larva.
I like the tiny aphid just running away. Infected ladybug coming in.
That's probably it.
Yep. Again, that was not bad. Were we supposed to do this much earlier game?
It's probably the kind of thing you do as you go.
Hmm. So you can use that raw science.
Mm.
Picking up arrows. I see. Crap. Gosh dang it.
I'm stuck.
Navarre's reaction to falling 3 feet off of a ledge is the same as if he's being attacked by an infected wolf spider. I never know how to react.
I mean, I don't think that's true.
It's always a pretty calm thing, but
I'm not like, oh fuck, when it's an infected. Well, when
there's never much urgency.
I've never been attacked by an infected wolf spider. I saw one, which is why it was calm. Being attacked by one would have been a much rougher reaction, I feel. Heads will roll, I guess. So it's next sleep through the night, then do the upper yard mixer.
Where's the upper guard mixer?
The one by the grill is what I mean.
I mean, this is probably
probably what bottled water is.
There's also the one in the sandbox.
Oh yeah. That one we probably should do at night.
Mm.
What do we need to make lamps?
Sap, dried grass, and sprigs.
I also need me one of these. Okay. We have so many of these things, and yet they are impossible to find. Okay. One bunch of sap.
I could devour a billy hog right about now.
Wendell Tully, be quiet. Get new lines. Okay, one stack of sprig. Dry grass I'm having some trouble finding.
Go through it fast, we might not have any.
No, we have 15 available.
How much do we need?
2 per lamp. Ah, there it is. All right, I got stuff for making lamps.
The wizard's hat increases your perfect block window, and then its upgraded effect increases the damage of staves after a perfect block.
Oh. That's pretty cool. If you're good at that sort of thing. Are you changing to staves?
Probably not.
You do seem to have a good thing going.
Seems like your type of thing, though.
Maybe I'll make some just to explore them when we have more materials, but right now just whacking on things really hard seems to be working.
Lil Yak, welcome
I'm curious if
in.
it's any good.
How was work? Yeah, Lil Yak, you got first, but only because the stream crashed 3 times. Where is that mixer?
It's around the side here.
Oh, I see it now. Work was good today. Got to get off early because it was so dead. Did you say it sure is quiet as you were leaving? I know that's always a fun curse. It sure is quiet tonight. No. No, you didn't want to curse your coworkers? Okay. While Nick is taking the long way in, I'm gonna take a look at my mutations and make sure that they're what I want them to be. Meat shield, yes. Sharpshooter, yes. Hauling hero, no. Critical hit chance, I do want. Where did it go? There it is. And not fresh defense. Wait, what is Mysterious Stranger? The Mant sometimes comes and helps us?
Mm-hmm.
You feel as though an unlikely ally is always looking out for you. Oh, guard dog would be nice to have too. Gosh, I'd have to get rid of something though. Yeah, I've barely been taking any damage, so I'm gonna get rid of meat shield for guard dog.
Maybe you've barely been taking any damage because of that.
I don't think so. Thank you, Dizzy. Welcome in. Thank you for the gift subs to Z-Man and Ella the Queen. I'm unsure, but I think now that Ella has a sub, they might be able to chat where they weren't before. Ella, Z-Man, enjoy your emotes. They are world class. Shall I push the button?
Push it.
Pushing the button. Button is pushed.
We're being attacked.
I'm having trouble getting out of here. The reason I've been taking no damage is because I cannot escape the inside.
Are they really gonna burrow? Okay, thank God.
I have sap in my inventory, but it won't let me use it, so I'm really confused. It's because I don't have sap in my inventory.
Time to do it.
Definitely makes the walls a little redundant.
No.
Fighting. Keep going in.
Perfect black your burrow. I have an arrow through my head.
You've earned it. Can you see it in like first person?
Yeah,
Ooh, I'll try to pick it up.
it fell off shortly after I said that. It was pretty amusing though.
Huh, I am muted somehow. How long has that been a thing? Chat, did I previously say thank you to Dizzy B? A bit now? Oh no. Like 5 minutes. Oh no. I don't know how that happened. Oh, we didn't kill one of these ones with the tunnels.
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay.
I just respawned.
Ah, that's a shame.
There is a wolf spider near the zip line.
Right on top of the damn thing.
I did run away from it. I'm not embarrassed.
Yeah, Ella, Dizzy B gifted you a subscription. Huge thank you. Huge shout out to Dizzy B for gifting 2 subs today. Oh, God. Where's the wolf spider?
Past it, no. You're safe.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a death wish!
Ow. Okay, this is fine. There we go. Enjoy your subs, Ella. So I was muted when I was explaining. I was looking at my Twitch settings the other day, and accounts that are less than a week old can't chat. It's not unless their phone number verified, which is what you were running into. But I think either it's been a week or subs and other ranks bypass that. Thank you for shouting out Dizzy B. Dizzy B deserves it. Does Dizzy B stream? Do you stream, Dizzy B? I'm following you, but I don't remember seeing a stream. Not yet. Fair enough. You could be a little B, PNG tuber. So there's one mixer left, right?
That we know of.
Other than the super mixers. Do we remember what lab it was that, like, wanted us to do all those?
Black Ant, I think.
At least it's clean. Ish.
I wasn't streaming on YouTube today, so you couldn't chat, so you just threw things at me with anger. Well, it's because this game is so graphically intensive that I decided not to dual stream today. For the hope of stability. That's the plan? You're going to be a bee PNG tuber? That's awesome. It's a bee tuber. Yes. Ow. Okay. Krabbby did redeem a hydrate and stretch, so I gotta make sure I do that. It looks like Yak redeemed one too. Krabby's probably gonna redeem another one as I'm sitting here talking about it.
You know, that's a good idea. You're just full of good ideas today, Noir.
There we go. You guys keep this up. I'm gonna have to get more water soon.
You're almost not retching every time you take a drink.
Well, I added ice, so I don't know. Today it's working okay.
His body's probably getting used to it. Every Thursday it knows to expect more water.
Thursday specifically, maybe.
These last 2 Thursdays where we didn't do anything, were you more thirsty than usual?
No. Tuesday though,
Sure.
water was so bad. No, Luix, I usually do not drink water. My drinking diet currently consists of gamer sups and Arizona green tea. Which my long-term friends on this voice call might notice is a vast improvement over soda pop 4 times a day. Baby steps. Luix, I am American, yeah. Are you not? Where are you from? No, Ella, I've had that cooldown for a while. I did increase it because of Little Yak. You're from Brazil. Oh, Brazil. That's cool. God damn it, Krabbby.
It's good for you.
Is it?
I could devour a Billy Hog right about now.
My God, I'm so tired of Wendell saying that. If we give him, can we give him a Billy Hog? Will he stop that?
Doubt it.
There's only a problem because Yak, I made Yak drink a whole bottle of water on their stream. I love that Automod. So Luix just said the only thing cool about Brazil is my cool ass wife, and Twitch Automod was like, hold up, I detect misogyny. Ass wife, no, we can't have an ass wife. Like, is that a real phrase some people use? Here's my proposal to you fine folks. Let's sleep and then go do the other mixer.
Sure.
Hey, I'm gonna fall asleep standing up if we go much longer.
Well, actually,
I just have to come back.
yeah.
Krabbby already left?
Well, it's 3:45 a.m. It's close.
I mean, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we're coming to you.
So we're not sleeping?
Not
No.
sleeping.
You've convinced us it's a terrible idea. Sleep like water is not necessary. Them's fighting words. What's fighting word? Oh, you sleep is fighting words. Who needs sleep? I actually committed a grave, not a grave sin last night. I stayed up later than I should have because I was playing Palia. Which it turns out is actually pretty good. So much of it reminds me of, it has so many like one-to-ones with Stardew Valley. I can see Nyanner's on my sidebar, and she's been there since I woke up and started school, and she's still streaming. How? It might be like a subathon or something, right, Ella? Which, I mean, some people will sleep on stream when they're doing subathons like that. I played Palia for 5 minutes and forgot to pick it up again. Luix, it's so good. It's the same level of addictive as Stardew Valley, which I guess if you don't like Stardew Valley, then that would make a lot of sense, but I don't know. Look, listen. Oh, Dizzy B called Lil Yak a weenus. Just because you're right doesn't mean you have to say it. You know, sometimes chat's really quiet, but tonight chat is just in a fighting mood with each other. Oh, hey, a wolf spider just popped out between me and you guys.
Taking a look around.
Yeah, I just sort of ran around him. Oh my god, there's a scarab here. There's a scarab here on the rock. It can't burrow away from me.
Small Pete sneaks up.
But it's running away, isn't it?
God, fuck you. Fuck you, you tiny over. Ah, damn it.
Oh my god, I think it heard me fall off a rock. Fucking run.
Mosquitoes are terrible.
Dizzy, you're in a really weird mood today? How so? Ella, Twitch chat is so much more crazy than YouTube chat. Is it though? Is it? I feel like there's a couple 9-year-olds in my YouTube chat.
Are you saying your 9-year-old fans are not welcome?
I mean, no. I curse like a sailor. We make dirty jokes. No, 9-year-old fans are not welcome. Ooh, fallen. Well, much like the Polar Express, I'm just off the rails. I love that. I love that a lot. This is just me and Dizzy's DMs, but hanging out in your chat as well. I never saw any children there. I don't count. What was his name? Was it Isaac? Josiah? I don't remember. I think he, like, they give me the vibes of a small child. Initiating mixer overdrive.
I think we're under attack.
Okay, can I get out of this thing?
Black ants.
Or at least on top of this thing. I cannot.
Mosquitoes.
Oh, that's Biscognito.
I'm gonna try throwing some grass, see how that does.
As a weapon?
As a weapon.
Today's the day of the yak roast. Oh, sounds like more mosquitoes. Yeah, ow.
It did very little damage.
Oh, there's one attacking the mixer.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it. There we go.
Flying insects is going to make this a little more difficult.
Yeah, it is.
We can assign one person to focus on the mosquitoes.
Can't tell if the bees are just at the table or if they're coming. Yeah, I could hang out inside because I have such trouble getting back over the wall.
Okay.
Even just on the wall. So if there's nothing attacking.
Yeah. Oh gosh, dang it, I just jumped out to pick up some arrows. And the
Well,
mosquitoes arrived immediately. Hey Nick, if you got an extra second, can I get that half wall again?
Yep. I'm gonna kill these guys really quick.
Yep.
There you go.
Thank you. Accidentally jumped inside. Okay, I'm on the wall. Can someone explain how Dizzy gifted you a sub when you weren't even here when they did it? So Dizzy B
He is Dylan.
Dizzy B gifted subs randomly to the community, and Twitch picked you as one of the people to receive a sub. Probably because you've recently been active in chat and on the channel. I don't know how the Twitch who gets the sub algorithm works, but it's usually pretty nice.
Yeah, I've been neither, but I still got a gifted sub.
Well, you do often quote watch unquote the stream. I think just watching makes you eligible to get a gift sub. Yeah, it probably does. Well, I know it does because I've definitely gotten subs for streams that I've never even chatted in.
Hey.
Oh, that's all the mixers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Time to go into the Black Ant Lab and see what's up.
Well, there are 8 total.
Yeah, we'll probably have some in the upper yard.
Oh. We just have to find them.
So it's gonna be exploring time again.
Well, shall we go see what horrors await us?
I was gonna do a quick drop off and then come back.
Sounds like a good plan.
Just because the zip line takes us up another level.
Mm-hmm.
No judging, Ella. For us who are used to Twitch, it's just common. And yeah, as Yak says, and as I think Twitch being active helps. Helps prioritize you as a receiver of a community gifted sub.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Thank you, Krabbby. I'll do that now while I'm on the zip line. Would one of my lovely mods please remind me in the moderator chat room to update the stream elements message about the subscriber goal? I would super appreciate that. Yeah, little Yak. Ella is a good bean. Thank you, Lil Yak. I've forgotten like 3 times now. I really need someone to remind me, because otherwise it's just not gonna happen. Oh, Ella. Oh, Ella. You sweet summer child. The wrong version of Yor is the least of Yak's worries. Yak often uses speech to text and is also dyslexic.
I'd eat this normally.
Okay. You don't know the half of it. All right. So what's the exact plan here again?
Wander into the wilderness and try not to die.
Ah, the same thing we do every day. Krabbby looks like he's already there.
Yeah, I'm just ziplining over.
So I can't help but notice there are 2 other zipline anchors. Where are you planning those? The vast unexplored reaches?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we have enough thread or whatever. Might be a good idea to bring stuff along to build a new one. I know we haven't been killing spiders recently, though, so I don't know if we have enough silk.
We have a whole bunch, actually. So need some.
Yeah, Nick's been doing a good job of turning spider webs into silk. I feel like every time I join the game, there's a bunch spinning.
And these long distance zip lines take a lot of webs.
Mm.
Yak puts the L in dyslexic, but he does his best and he's a lovely bean. Yeah, he took that L out of the last part of his username and he put it right in dyslexic.
Okay, over there.
Just a little dead. I should have realized that would happen.
Where did that happen?
So there's... Oh, where the fuck did I respawn? So,
You look like you're in the termite lab.
there's the termite lab? Oh, that's decently close.
Maybe under shit? Hard to say.
Yeah, you're in the undershed.
Anyway, there's a battery, and that battery has some wires connected to it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
If you step on the metal, you will get shocked. just like in real life.
Well, that's why I was standing next to the battery, not on it.
Let's see what we can find.
Oh, I am under the shed. I don't know if I should try to find my way out from under the shed, or if I should... Oh no, I should just try to find the path that goes upstairs.
Yeah, whichever exit, because the other one will take you near the battery.
This way? Yeah, here it is where we fought the Mant. Oh, that's just where the Mant was. This way. I did not like dying. I would not recommend it.
Fair.
Okay, I'm at least out of that.
Those aphids look like they have things to do and people to see.
I'm still a long way away from y'all. Well, I guess that orb weaver just always respawns over there. Oh god, that's an infected wolf spider.
Yeah, just sort of mosey around him.
I'ma try. Hopefully he finds something else to eat other than me. I don't like the amount of infected wolf spiders that suddenly exist.
Ladybird larva, don't get burned.
It's a trade-off. They're pretty easy to dodge most of the time, though.
Why are the spiders so active in the middle of the day? I wonder what Foxboy tastes like. Don't make dirty jokes, don't make dirty jokes. Thank you, Krabby, for the hydrate and stretch. I will do that in a moment. I'm just trying to get over to Nick where it's safe. There it is. Done. You telling that to yourself or to me? I'm telling it to me, Luix. Oh, is this... When did you make this? You didn't make this. This is an official one.
Are you not coming over for your backpack?
Oh, you're supposed to do that? I forgot that was a thing.
I don't know what you have in there, but...
How do I get up there
Probably
without
to the right.
killing myself?
Okay. Yeah, that way is good too.
Is it?
I just noticed that the ground comes right up to the little shelf over there, but yeah, okay.
Maybe on that end there's a way up.
Because that way you're gonna have to go all the way around to the bicycle and climb up that.
Yeah, I can't go up the quartz. And then I'd probably die
Yeah.
again. So
I
Yeah,
would
or if I
try
grab
where
it-
I marked. If not, then bicycle's your best bet.
were you marked?
Yeah, there's definitely a way up over there, and
Oh,
a
yeah.
field station that you can hit along the way.
Do 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 do. Some real pokey weeds over here.
Taking a look around.
Fireworker ants. I discovered field station.
Final level of Natural Explorer. They in that field station?
What's that?
Any notes or stuff in there?
Oh, I'm looking now. No, it's just your average field station. Do do do. Backpack, 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 backpack. Oh, by the way, as I haven't told anyone yet, and I meant to a minute ago, the next person who redeems Hydrate and Stretch is going to bring upon everyone an ad. Where's my backpack? It's up on the battery, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Which Krabby does immediately.
I want them to know it was me.
Oh, there it is. Will I be safe if I just like AFK here on the battery?
How long?
I don't know.
I guess.
You know what? I'll quickly log out in the field station and then I'll log back in when I'm back. Because of all this hydration, I have to use the bathroom anyway. We are gonna go to break. I'll be right back. And I'm back.
Good to have you back.
Good to be back. Welcome in, by the way. No escape, sweet peeps. Good to see y'all. How you doing? Oh boy, more hydrates and stretches. Oh,
He
plus,
beat me by 2 seconds.
plus I have to fulfill the original one that made me leave. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I can do them now while I'm on this zip line. Nope, I should have put ice in it. It is really bad for some reason. Just chilling tonight, sweet peeps. I get that. It's nice to just chill. Requires explosive. Nope.
I'll start working on my acceptance speech.
Embiggening cell.
The embiggening cell is in place. We're almost ready to commence brewing.
All right, there's a storyline. Just realized that while I had the stream unmuted, my volume was set to 0. Listen, I've had my own share of scuff tonight too. No escape. You're fine. Welcome in, by the way. Hope you're having a good one.
We're gonna have to figure out what the point of no return is on this game.
I believe it's activating the Java-matic.
I believe that's correct, yeah.
Okay.
I think the quest becomes something like go big or don't go home. Or is that what we're already in?
Right now we're supposed to deposit ingredients in the sharpener?
Yes, it needs 5 berry leather, 5 koi fish scale, 5 gum nugget, 5 toenail, and 1 grilled science. So, I mean, obviously that's a quest for another day.
Mm.
I tell you, the thing that's got me most jazzed up here is that giant flat space.
Peeping time.
Look at all that free real estate.
You think we can get over there? Yeah, it looks
I'm
like
sure
it.
we can build over there. Or even on the other side, I see a lawnmower and a trash bag. We'll just have to explore the upper yard.
Oh. I could not walk on these the way I thought I could.
Nick, do you have enough stuff to build another zip line? Do you think this is the spot, or do you want to go somewhere else?
This would be good. Let me see if I can build it up there.
Another battery. What happens if I press start when it's not ready?
Probably.
Nothing. I already did it.
Oh, okay.
No, this is marked as invalid surface.
Oh, it's pretty good.
About here. Here works.
You gonna build like straight across?
Be able to hit the house. Yeah. I just need a bunch of weeds. Will I be able to get weed stems up there? Probably not. Maybe? Can this work? Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
We just have to find weeds.
I just cut some down right near the plug.
Yep. Okay, well, I'll connect that up once, go back down.
Can take up to 74 depending on which one we're connecting to.
Sounds about right.
Where do we need these weed stems?
No.
Oh.
Just give me a second to let my eyes adjust to that.
Mustard.
like those guys at all.
What's you talking about?
Well, they seem to be resistant to basically everything.
Ooh. No, that does not sound pleasant. Nope, this is not where I want to be. The fuck is that?
Let's see what we can find.
What is that? Oh, it's burrs. They just roll around being terrible?
Gunpowder?
Burrs are good for building eventually.
Mm.
They're good to grab if you have them.
I'm busy carrying all these weed stems.
Well, you can just probably drop those.
Do we need those?
Didn't we?
We needed 6 to build the thing, and we built the thing.
Oh, I have over 20 here.
Okay.
I'm clearly doing the wrong thing.
You can carry them around the whole way if you want.
I don't know how to get to where you guys are right now.
I couldn't describe where I am, so.
I don't have a death wish!
I thought we were trying to get on top of the little chest thing. Sweet Peeps is distracted with the game. I'm also distracted with the game. Oh wow, you guys are all the way over there.
If we were gonna do that, we'd have to probably. I don't even know if it looks like it will make it, but get on the lawnmower somehow. I haven't seen a place to crawl up the trash bags.
I mean, probably what's going to happen is I have to build a staircase up to it or something.
Okay, I'm on the rocket. I'm quickly approaching Nick's location.
Sort of grooving over here. Those wasps look like a lot of fun.
I could shoot one if you want to be in pain.
Eh.
I am on top of the lawnmower.
Right. Lawnmower to paint bucket to trash bags.
Sparks, welcome in. You just popping in before sleep? Well, have a good sleep. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Don't forget to get your daily treat before you take off.
I could probably get to the bucket, but I don't think I could get to the trash bags from there. That'd be tough. Yep, I'm on the bucket.
Thank you for the hydrate and stretch, Sparks. I suppose I would.
Sizzling!
Yeah, I don't see a way from the bucket to the trash bags.
Well, it's all right. Build a
Taking
staircase
a look
later.
around.
Probably have to build the staircase from the coffee pot.
Mm-hmm. Be quick and easy.
I also didn't check though. Is there a way to get inside?
Didn't see.
There's a missing burgle chip somewhere in the vicinity, whether it's on top of or inside.
That's what made me think of it.
Mm.
Because I didn't even check that.
Did anyone go inside the rocket?
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do that. Sour wormholes. Take care, Luix. Have a good one. Getting sour lumps in here.
Oh, I'm stuck in this web!
Yeah, I don't see a good way in.
Oh man. I have just found a bar with 5 molars in it.
Where?
Right in the complication.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I was slaying an ore weaver and could not hear anything.
I have a jar here with 5 molars in it.
Whoa.
Something you're able to get into?
There's a tunnel entrance at the other end. I don't know where that goes.
Well, that's a lot of molars.
Probably connects to the local fire ant hive.
I mean, yeah, probably. No, in the upper yard.
Yeah, it's a big reward, so I'm sure.
Don't let the name fool you. That roly-poly's vicious.
How many aphids is that?
Oh, we hadn't peeped one of those yet?
Apparently not.
That roly-poly's a lonely rolling bug. When hiking, you're supposed to wear your socks over your pants to keep the ticks out.
Good, they're like new mites, but worse.
Natural enemy of the wilderness explorer.
I don't recall ticks being predatory.
In the game or in real life?
IRL.
I mean, they bite you. They can.
Well, yeah, but not like to try to eat you. Just to get to the next phase of their reproductive cycle.
To eat you, though. Or at least your blood.
A scientific breakthrough.
Pine cone.
I heard that if a tick burrows under your skin, you've got to get it surgically removed.
Camera. Z-Man, welcome in. Yeah, Dizzy P gifted you a sub. I hope you enjoy your emotes. They're from Queen Clover, and they are amazing. Oh, it's on me. How wonderful.
Oh.
Stay still.
mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
We're near another field station.
Probably inside the stump, if I had to guess.
I mean, that seems logical.
One, two wolf spiders. Gold molar, though.
I found the CCTV report.
Nice. This lab seems fairly well exploded.
Wall time!
The humble tick, gentle bug of the road, hitchhiking the animal superhighway.
My parents say never pick up hitchhikers unless you want to be murdered.
Back in a tick.
Ah,
I see what you did there.
splinters. We shouldn't just leave splinters sitting around. They make better arrows than the raven arrows, crow arrows. Oh, here's some more.
They're also more expensive, though, right?
I mean, they cost splinters.
And dust mite fuzz.
Oh, do they cost dust mite fuzz? I like how we just almost ran up on a wolf spider.
I mean, any two of us could take one. Probably one of us at this point.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That poison's pretty bad, but otherwise, we're pretty
Do you
okay.
happen to have any food on you?
Let me see. I do have some fungus spacho and some nachos.
Would love one of those if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, where the hell are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, let's give you the fungus spacho because that increases attack stamina.
Yum!
Nice, thank you.
Oh, for a moment there, it was looking like you wanted to murder the wolf spider.
I mean, I don't not. Really, I want to get to that golden molar up there.
All right, there's a research station. Oh god, it's another wolf spider.
Taking a look around.
Let's take a look.
Science!
Weevil here!
Ticks just want to suck blood.
Wasps are around now.
Can't waste food. Can't waste food. Can't waste food.
Well, this almost led somewhere.
On the entrance to the stump lab.
And how did you get there?
Up.
Well, yes, that bit is obvious.
Well, there's some of the roots over here. This one in particular. Yep, there we go.
That one in particular.
Mosquito on my radar.
It's right there. Easy peasy.
Oh.
There is a white molar to our right and a golden molar within that middle bit. I'm gonna go for the one on the right here because I might be able to get back up.
Where's the lab entrance? I'm missing it.
It's sticking out of the ground. You have to like
hallway there on the ground. Yeah.
land in it. What the heck requires higher tier items? Why do I have that message on screen? I missed the raw science.
Really isn't it? Oh.
What do we have?
I also missed it.
I didn't want to be left out, so I also missed it.
The structural integrity of this lab seems like it might be a little compromised.
No. I guess it's good that that door is locked.
Parkour challenge. All right. Damn it.
Parkour, my one weakness. At least I'm not also expected to murder things while doing this.
This could work for my science fair project.
Up onto the little flange of metal. And then root, and then your air. Yep. Cool.
Access level A.
Did I bring a thing? I did.
Let there be light!
Nothing in the water. The water is red.
Good. Oh god.
Really not another way out of here? Are we trapped forever?
Death. How? Got out of the water before. How did we do it then? This, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay.
Alright, I'm up.
I'm not saying you're not, but like, where's the game guide?
Let's take a look.
So then you just jump to the computer, then the other computer, and then up the route.
Adjust. Oh, it worked. Nope, I passed it.
We'll probably want to bring more food into this one if we make it out.
Mm-hmm. So, jump at the wall. So if you overshoot, you just drop down onto it. Are you full stuck there in little sort of physics thing?
I seem to be.
Is there an unstuck?
There's a give up option.
Your character will be
It's not a
killed and
good
you'll
option.
respawn at your last respawn point.
Which for you seems to be the
I'll try to glitch
undershed.
away. Yeah, undershed. Okay, I'm out.
Did it? You just
Oops, I did it again. How did I get out? What did I do last time?
Tried crouching or something? Or...
Ooh.
There we go.
Just trying to get back on top of the computer.
Okay, so now go as far left as you can on that computer and just jump towards the wall so that if you overshoot, you just bounce off the wall and land. But you can also undershoot.
The wall. Do you the ceiling or
The
floor?
side where you wouldn't fall into a gap if you hit it.
Oh yeah, that's what I had been doing. This was a mistake. Okay, and then to the next one. Okay, and up.
Up on the flange. Up onto the, yep, up onto the root to your right.
Onto the root, like this.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, oh boy.
I didn't go
You
far.
didn't fall that far. Now you did.
But now you know what to do.
Yeah, now I know what to do at least.
Just do that, but right.
Yes, do that, but correctly next time.
We're all pulling for you, Navarre.
Nice and clean.
And once we're up, we should never have to get on that path again.
Something I can blow here to. Oh, there's.
Blanche. Okay. Over here. Root. No! Okay, how far did I fall? Not far. Not far.
Found some food.
Oh good, I'll need it, since I'm trapped here for all eternity. God, wouldn't that just be the worst as like a person? To have gone exploring and gotten trapped in some crazy parkour dungeon. I did it!
Hooray! Get away from the hole.
Far away. Ooh. Purple chip. Thanks, Dizzy. I will do that.
Science in the house.
My
Science in the
inventory is
house.
extremely full, so yeah, thank you. There's a couple more pieces.
Got him.
Any way out over here?
Probably
There's this
not.
cave. It looks like maybe it's a one-way.
Oh, well, alright. Nothing left in here, I don't think.
Yeah, it looks empty to me. We get to come right up into sleeping wolf spiders.
Mm-hmm.
So that wasn't the whole lab, right?
I think it was, honestly.
We only got what we needed out of it.
Did we get the chip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where was it?
It was on the ground in that room we unlocked.
Yeah.
Huh. Alright. Yeah, I guess.
Short and sweet. I'm gonna drop an arrow or two.
Okay.
Just one.
My inventory is also at the point of being full.
Just needed to free up one slot so I could put away my lantern.
I can't currently put away mine.
I am running towards home.
That sounds like a plan.
Feeling refreshed.
It's weird watching you fail with something that I was immediately successful with.
I don't know why I couldn't jump off of that. Oh wow, yeah, water hurts.
Oh,
Water hurt?
Yeah, I didn't engage.
water hurt.
Did you die?
I did die.
Oh. I apologize for being a role model. I thought it would it'd be a nice soft landing.
I trusted you.
I mean, I don't know what Krabbby did. I activated my dandelion out of instinct.
I did
not.
too, but just briefly.
But yeah, I suppose this small water might hurt a lot. Do you want to be around when we give Burgle the chip? I don't think it does anything dialogue-wise.
No, I'm not worried about it. Just tell me if there's any good recipes.
How can I help you today? Ah, more chips. Thank you.
I have to go swim to my backpack.
Much better.
Mighty Jewel. I don't know what that is. Flavored jewels. The renewable recipe for sturdy stuff, and ooh, cement.
Oh, cement.
Don't mind if I do. You know what? Since we have 15k science,
I'd love another recipe for cement.
Is there an analyzer in these labs?
yes, it's over in the other room.
Huh. Not just the other room. There we go.
Science.
Nick's on a spending spree.
keep everything nice and clean.
Slurp the core!
Arrow designed to attract insects.
Put your cares away and have an exponentially great day.
Oh, fuck me.
An antidote.
I left the lab and was like immediately attacked by an infected wolf spider. Let's see. Consume that. Consume that. Hopefully. Did that unpoison me? Holy shit, it did. Now where the fuck is the zip line?
Taking a look around.
There it is.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Ooh, 100% GPU again. What did I do to deserve this? Oh no, it says that really it's only 84%. Running at 60 degrees Celsius. That's good, right?
Be real good if it
I
was
think
Fahrenheit.
so. Be real good for Fahrenheit. Whoa, stuffed termite king is huge.
60 Celsius is good though, right? For a computer part?
You know, I really don't know.
You probably want it cooler, but it's not in a danger zone.
It sounds like it's not been overclocked hard enough then.
I feel like 80 is what I've been told for being super safe. Anything under 100 is technically safe. But I don't know how much I trust that last part.
Let's see. Did I just
I
click
don't know
it
where
into-
I picked up moth fuzz.
Man, I do not know how overclocking works, let me tell you that. Anyway, I pushed overclock mode and now it says that my GPU is running at almost 70%. Can we push it a little harder? Can I go up to high quality? God, I really don't know the difference. Like, maybe looking back at the stream, I'll notice the difference, but just switching it in the menu and then coming out of the menu, I really can't tell.
That's interesting.
Oh, it cannot handle Epic though. GPU's only at like 90, but the game is stuttering.
Uh-oh.
So
It's not a good place for the zipline, as it turns out.
oh,
What's in the way?
The giant beam gun thing. Well, we can move it.
That's not so bad.
oh, I just noticed the time though. It's gonna be time for me to end it tonight.
It was a good session. We're getting close to the end, it feels like.
Yeah, we still have a little exploring to do though.
I mean, if we wanted to, we could probably end the game, but I don't think we're at the point where we want to.
Mm-hmm. We've got more to explore.
All right. I'm gonna log out the game then. Thank you all for another wonderful evening.
Indeed, good times.
Yeah, like always. I will see y'all. I'm gonna say next week, but I should actually check.
I should be good. I've got a thing in the daytime, but I should be good on Thursday.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be good. I don't see current conflict. Like we have soccer practice right before this, but I think Carrie is typically doing that, so fingers crossed we'll be good. All right. Have a good night, you too.
See ya.
Yep, see ya.
Now, as for you, as for all of you, I need to find someone to raid. Thank you, Dizzy, for being here. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you had a cozy time while I was murking spiders. We had some issues at the beginning of the stream, which means that there probably isn't going to be a VOD today. You know what? No, that's not true. I'll manage. I'll figure it out. We'll get a VOD done. But we are gonna raid. That's not Demonologist, that's Fortnite. I'm not. Ow. Thank you for the love, Dizzy. I appreciate it. I wonder if anyone else is playing Grounded. I wonder if there's someone interesting playing Grounded, and we'll raid over to someone new, mayhaps. No, I don't know about that. Maybe, You know what? I follow this person. I think it'll be a fine stream. We're gonna raid Mrs. Blob, who is another VTuber. So, thank you all for coming. Please do follow me on the socials if you don't already. Discord's a big one. I say it every stream, but I would really appreciate if you join the Discord because ideas flow there. You can upvote games that you think it would be fun to watch me play. And it honestly it's just a good time. And it's an extenuation of chat, or so I hope. I post schedules to all those places. My next stream is going to be Saturday at approximately 8:30 p.m. US Eastern Time. Kay and I will be playing Stardew Valley again, which is always a wonderful, lovely time. I enjoy Stardew Valley so much with her. And yeah, that's it. If you would, please copy paste the raid message on raid. That's always fun. And I will see y'all next time. All right. Bye.